Hi guys, welcome back to the ICF build. I'm Josh with Base Enterprises, and I want to take you guys through the checklist of what's necessary to complete on ICF construction before we get ready to pour. So here's the pamphlet from Stronghold. They provide a prior to pour checklist to make sure that you have everything ready for pouring the walls. First on the list is make sure that it's level, plumb, and square. So for us to accomplish that, we have our corner braces, and this is to adjust the corners to make sure everything's plumb. After that, we put a string line on the top, and you can visually see if the walls are straight or out of plumb. And that's when you head to the inside and you twist these diagonal braces to make sure every part of the wall is perfectly straight as you work down the line. Step 2 is to make sure that the walls are properly reinforced with rebar. There's a few ways to do this. We need to make sure that we have vertical rebar from the footer all the way to the top. The next way is to have all the lintels properly reinforced. So this is a stirrup that's going to go above our 8-foot wide windows, and we're going to make some more of these for the garage doors to make sure that the headers are properly reinforced. Step 3 is to make sure that all common joints are properly strapped. So as you can tell, this common joint from the bottom to the top is almost complete. Just got to make sure that the walls are secure, and then we'll foam that up and be ready to go. Step 4 is to make sure that all the window bucks are properly positioned and sized. They're all sized properly, and after we get all the walls plumb and level, we'll make sure to go through, level the window bucks, and strap it in place. And so these are all properly positioned and properly sized. Step 5 is to make sure they're properly braced for concrete. As you can see here, we have our vertical and horizontal bracing. This is to make sure that the concrete doesn't push in on the window bucks. Step 6 is to make sure that we have proper plank support and planking throughout the build. So as you can look here, we have these braces that we talked about in an earlier video. We added the supports and the planks. That way when we have the pump truck in here, it's going to be easy to walk around the whole build and pour these walls. Step number 7 is utility penetrations, sleeves, and blockouts. We currently don't have any of those installed. We just need one sleeve for electrical. That way, once it's all poured, it goes around the conduit, and when we get our electrical service installed, it's going to be really easy to get through the wall. All other penetrations for Romex or plumbing will be done after the concrete is poured by the tradesman. Step 8 is to install a string line. So here we install it from the corner all the way to the end of the wall. And this is to initially straighten the wall. And then once we get to pour, we want to make sure that these walls are staying plumb. So it's a good visual representation of the wall, and we can visually see if it's out of plumb, and we can adjust it during the pour. Step number 9 is to make sure that you order the proper concrete mix for your ICF build. For Stronghold specifically, you want about a 5 to 6 inch slump, which is essentially just the ratio of water to concrete. And then you want to calculate for about a 2% waste factor. Step number 10 is to ensure that we have all the beam pocket cutouts. In this build specifically, we're not doing any beams. So what we're gonna do is finish the ICF on the top row and install the proper lintels. Step 11 is to ensure you have the proper brackets or hangers. In this case, this is what we're using. This is for our trusses. Once the final level of concrete is installed here, we'll wet set these. That way when the trusses get installed, we set them right here and the truss system's good to go. Step number 12 is to ensure you have adequate freeze protection. In a prior build, it took place in January. So we had concrete blankets on the top of our forms to ensure that nothing froze. But in this application, it's gonna be midsummer when we pour, so the temperatures are not gonna be a problem. Step number 13 is to ensure that we have the proper help on pour day. There's multiple guys to make sure that this job gets done smoothly, someone to vibrate the concrete, someone to make sure the walls are level, and someone to pour, someone to screed. So to have the proper team on site during that day is very, very crucial.